Now let's get ready to be serenaded with informative information and insightful information from our guest. Tasha.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
How
Hey. Introduce yourself, and then I'm going to ask you the question to give us a brief definition of what you feel love is, and then I want to know how you also came to know who you were culturally. So if you can handle that, I would appreciate it.
Okay. You said a brief explanation of what love is?
What love is, yeah, define love for me.
Okay. All right. Well,
right.
yes, this is Tasha Xi. I'm from Virginia. Like both sides of my family are from Virginia. You said definition of love. I think love is it's just that positive energy people put out, that positive intention that people put out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
It can be romantic, it can be unconditional, it can be conditional for some people, but it's really that positive energy. That's what I believe that is. And how I came into this information, well, as a little girl, I was always curious. I was a big fan of Alex Haley before I found out, a lot of his stuff was fraudulent. Was looking up and inspiring to him, to be a writer, to get into history. I came to my great grandmother and I, was asking her a lot of questions, and she's like, from the Alex Haley, you're thinking, we're from Africa and all this stuff. So I said, hey, let me go to the darkest skinned person in my family and ask her about Africa. So I asked my grandmother, I said, where are we, what do you know about us being from Africa? Where in Africa are we from? And she laughed at me and she said, we're not from Africa. She said, I'm Mattapanai. She said, your grandfather was Mattapanai and Pamunkey. But it wasn't, it was, she was happy that I came to her and asked questions. And then I was asking more about our family, where we come from, and then she started telling me the stories of us, our people, the Mattapanai, migrating up to Virginia from Mexico. And as a kid, I'm like, what? Mexico? We're Mexicans? Like,
right.
I couldn't fathom the difference between, being an indigenous person from Mexico and the Mestizo people who are living there now.
Right.
So, and with that information, she started giving me a little bit of information about who we were. And my grandmother also jumped in, too, and saying, yes, she's Mattapanai. And, they were happy, saying they were Indian. But, yeah, so from those little information, they wanted me to, I guess, be the firekeeper of that information. And my great-grandmother, before the last conversation I had with her before she passed, she wanted me to find the history, verify what she was saying, and write the history of our family. That's what she wanted me to do. And that was in 2006. So I've been on that journey since then, trying to get information and doing my own genealogy, helping other people do their genealogy and find out, similar information. And so far, just like the Phoenix is saying, I haven't found anyone with slave ancestry or with African ancestry yet. Not saying that there's not a few people like that, but from what I see, most people come from lines of free people of color. And just like Phoenix was saying, we're getting this narrative from schools and from people who are not us, telling us who we are. And we need to go to our elders. We need to go and look for ourselves. Like even if you don't believe your elders, I had to verify what my great grandmother said and my grandmother said. You're going to have to do that for yourself. You can't just go on with people in school. They're just putting a general narrative to benefit themselves out there. They're not looking into individual families and the true history that was here before. Now, if you go and verify it for yourself, you'll see, even if you do have slave ancestry, some of those people, well, probably the majority of the people were indigenous people that were enslaved here. And even if some people are documented from coming from Africa, all those people are not Africans, and the Africans that I spoke to, the elder Africans, say that they sold the foreigners. They didn't sell their own people. That's why they're not over here calling for reparations and asking for the people back, because they sold the foreigners.